Are you feeling overwhelmed by the obstacles in your life? Like no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to get ahead? Maybe you're exhausted, caught in a cycle of working harder and harder without seeing the progress you deserve. If this sounds familiar, then you're not alone. Life often feels like an endless climb, and sometimes it seems like no matter what you do, you can't escape the grind. But here's something that might surprise you. What if I told you that doctors are now saying that the lazier the elderly, the longer they live? Yes, you read that right. The less they push themselves, the longer they survive. It may sound counterintuitive, but the science behind it is fascinating. As we age, we become more susceptible to burnout, stress, and even injury. And sometimes, the key to longevity and health isn't pushing harder, but learning to take a step back. Today, we're going to dive into this topic and explore 8 lazy habits that may actually help us live longer and feel better. We'll discuss how these habits can transform our mindset, ease the challenges we face, and offer you actionable steps to incorporate these into your life. I know that feeling like you're stuck can leave you questioning everything. But what if I told you that the solution might not be to try harder, but to embrace a different approach? Imagine living your life with more balance, more peace, and yes, more productivity. You can do this. And this conversation, this journey we're about to embark on, is just the beginning. We're going to talk about why this lazy approach isn't about being inactive or giving up. It's about knowing when to slow down, when to recharge, and when to take things at a pace that works for you. You'll learn why sometimes doing less means you can achieve more, both in your health and in your personal life. So, let's explore the root of the issue. What happens when we're caught in the trap of constant productivity? In today's world, we've been conditioned to believe that our worth is defined by how much we do. We hustle, we grind, we push ourselves until we're completely drained, thinking that success lies at the end of an exhausting journey. But here's the thing. That kind of thinking doesn't just leave you feeling burnt out, it can lead to serious health problems. When you're always on the go, always working, always trying to outdo your last effort, your body doesn't have time to recover. You're overworking, overstressed, and your physical and mental well-being suffers. Stress is one of the biggest silent killers in modern society. It leads to a host of health issues: heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, and depression, to name just a few. And when we constantly push ourselves, we're essentially inviting all of these risks into our lives. The constant need to keep going, to meet deadlines, and to do more than the person next to you can create a cycle of exhaustion and overwhelm. And let's face it, that's no way to live. You might be thinking, but if I don't push myself, how will I get ahead? The truth is, it's not about pushing harder, it's about smart, effective action. It's about knowing when to rest and when to take a step back so that you can come back stronger. You don't have to do it all at once, and you certainly don't have to do it all on your own. I know it feels like the world demands constant hustle, but what if I told you that slowing down can be just as effective, if not more so, than pushing yourself to the brink? You're not alone in this struggle. We're all facing it together. But there's hope. By embracing a more mindful, lazy approach to life, we can give ourselves the space to breathe, recharge, and ultimately be more productive. This brings us to our first solution, the mindset shift that can change everything. What if I told you that embracing laziness could actually give you a competitive edge? It sounds like a contradiction, right? But the truth is, sometimes the best way to achieve something is by not forcing it. Instead of constantly striving for more, we need to shift our mindset to one of acceptance. Accept that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to pause. It's okay to rest. This shift in mindset is critical for your long-term success. Now, let's explore some practical steps you can take to incorporate this mindset into your life. Step 1. Embrace rest as an essential part of your productivity. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. When you rest, you're giving your body and mind the chance to recover, and that recovery makes you more productive in the long run. It's easy to feel guilty about taking time off, but in reality, the best performers know when to take a break. Studies show that even high achievers need to step away from their work to come back refreshed and ready to give their best. Step 2. Practice mindfulness and intentional slowing down. One of the best ways to slow down is to incorporate mindfulness practices into your routine. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a walk outside, giving your mind space to relax can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. When you're mindful, you're more in tune with your body and mind, making it easier to recognize when you need rest and when you're pushing too hard. Step 3. Learn the power of saying no. Many of us say yes to everything. Whether it's extra tasks at work, commitments with friends, or volunteering. Saying yes may feel like the right thing to do, but overcommitting yourself can lead to burnout. It's okay to say no to things that don't serve your mental or physical health. Boundaries are necessary for self-care. By incorporating these 3 steps: rest, mindfulness, and boundaries, you're already setting yourself up for success. And remember, none of this is about being lazy in the traditional sense. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. Now, let's address some common obstacles that might come up as you try to implement these solutions into your life. The first challenge: guilt. It's easy to feel guilty when you're not working as hard as everyone around you. But here's the truth: you're not helping anyone, least of all yourself, by running yourself ragged. Remember, rest is a tool for productivity. Without it, your efforts will only yield diminishing returns. The second challenge: fear of missing out, FOMO. You might be worried that if you slow down, you'll fall behind or miss out on opportunities. But the reality is that the world will keep turning, and the opportunities will still be there when you're ready for them. You don't have to be constantly moving to be successful. In fact, sometimes, the best ideas and opportunities come to us when we slow down and allow ourselves the time to reflect. Lastly, external pressures. The world tells us that success comes from doing more, but that's not true. Success comes from knowing when to rest, when to push forward, and when to embrace opportunities with balance. Now, let's explore some real-life applications of these principles. Take the story of Emma, a woman in her 50s who spent years pushing herself to the limit, working long hours at her corporate job. She was always striving for the next promotion, the next big project, and the next accolade. But despite her success, she felt exhausted and disconnected from her family. Eventually, she decided to make a change. She started by setting boundaries at work, taking more time off, and focusing on her health. Over time, Emma's stress levels decreased, her relationships improved, and she felt more fulfilled in her career. Not only that, but her health improved, and she found herself thriving in ways she never thought possible. Emma's story is proof that slowing down doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you're making space for your true potential to shine. And if Emma can do it, so can you. Now, let's talk about maintaining momentum and long-term growth. Sustaining progress after making changes is where many people stumble. The key to maintaining momentum is to celebrate small wins along the way. Every time you rest, every time you say no to something that drains you, every time you practice mindfulness, those are wins. Recognize them and celebrate your progress. And remember, personal growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a lifelong journey. As you continue on this path, continue to invest in yourself, continue to learn, and continue to refine your approach. Growth is ongoing. Lastly, don't forget to take care of yourself along the way. Burnout can creep up when you least expect it. Make sure you're balancing hard work with periods of rest. Whether it's through taking breaks during your workday or taking vacations, make time for self-care. Your health and happiness should always be a priority. Let's break it down in full detail. 1. Understanding burnout. Burnout is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It can happen gradually, making it hard to recognize until it's already taken a significant toll on your well-being. People often experience burnout when they feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet the demands of their daily responsibilities. The symptoms of burnout may include feeling fatigued all the time, becoming cynical or detached from work or relationships, and struggling to focus or maintain productivity. 2. Recognizing the importance of balance. One of the key takeaways from this advice is the emphasis on balance. When you work too hard without taking breaks or time to relax, it can be easy to burn out. On the flip side, when you only rest and avoid work, your productivity and growth might stagnate. The ideal approach is to find a balance between hard work and rest. This balance helps to recharge your energy, fosters creativity, and ensures that you remain motivated and engaged in both your personal and professional life. 3. The role of breaks during the workday. Taking breaks during the workday is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to maintain focus and energy. It's easy to get absorbed in work and forget to step away for a few moments. However, short, intentional breaks throughout the day can increase focus and productivity. A quick break can refresh your mind, making it easier to concentrate when you return to your tasks. Prevent physical strain. Sitting for long periods can lead to back and neck pain. A simple walk or stretching can help counteract this. Improve mental health. Taking a break gives your brain time to rest, reducing mental fatigue and preventing stress from building up. Examples of breaks include taking a short walk, stretching, practicing deep breathing, or even a 5-minute meditation. A quick change of scenery, such as stepping outside or walking around the office, can also boost your energy and creativity. 4. Vacations as a form of recharging. Vacation time is crucial in helping to reset and avoid burnout. Time away from work allows you to fully disconnect, giving your body and mind a chance to recharge. While it may seem challenging to take time off, especially for high-achieving individuals or those with heavy workloads, the benefits of vacations are immense. Rest and recovery. Vacations give your body a chance to rest fully. This includes better sleep, decreased stress levels, and improved mental clarity. Time for family and social connections. Taking time off allows you to strengthen relationships, connect with loved ones, and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, creativity and inspiration. Stepping away from your usual environment can inspire new ideas and perspectives. which can be beneficial both personally and professionally. Planning vacations, whether a long trip or a weekend getaway, allows you to hit reset and return to your responsibilities with a fresh perspective. 5. Prioritizing your health should always come before work. No matter how urgent or demanding tasks may seem, if you neglect your health, both physical and mental, it will inevitably affect your performance and overall well-being. Here's how to make health a priority. Get adequate sleep. Sleep is essential for both physical and mental recovery. Lack of sleep can result in impaired cognitive function, mood disturbances, and increased stress. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is not just good for your body, it also improves your mood and reduces stress. A daily walk, yoga, or hitting the gym can be an excellent way to take care of your body and mind. Eat well. Eating a balanced diet full of nutritious foods helps fuel your body and maintain high energy levels. Mental health care. Just as physical health matters, so does mental health. This includes practicing mindfulness, seeking therapy when needed, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy and relaxation. 6. Creating boundaries and saying no. A major cause of burnout is overcommitting and saying yes to too many responsibilities. It's essential to set clear boundaries to ensure that you're not taking on more than you can handle. This can mean saying no when you're already overwhelmed or communicating your limits with others. Boundaries are a form of self-respect and an essential aspect of maintaining balance in your life. 7. The long-term impact of self-care. Regular self-care isn't just about avoiding burnout, it's about sustaining long-term well-being and happiness. When you make self-care a regular part of your routine, you build resilience against stress and challenges. You also boost your productivity, creativity, and ability to handle life's ups and downs. Regularly prioritizing your health, rest, and relaxation increases your overall satisfaction in life and allows you to show up as your best self, both at work and in personal relationships. 8. Final thoughts. Self-care is not selfish. It's important to remember that taking care of yourself is not a selfish act. In fact, when you care for your health and well-being, you become more effective in your roles, whether that's as a professional, a partner, a friend, or a family member. By prioritizing yourself, you can be more present and capable of giving to others. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Ultimately, the key is balance. Work hard, but also make space for rest. By paying attention to your physical and mental needs, you'll avoid burnout and maintain both productivity and happiness in the long run. So here's the takeaway. You don't have to constantly hustle to achieve success. In fact, doing less, when done with intention, can lead to greater success. By embracing the power of rest, mindfulness, and boundaries, you can create a life that feels more balanced, more fulfilling, and more aligned with your true potential. Now, take a deep breath and commit to one small action today. The journey may not be easy, but you are capable, and the rewards, they will be worth every step.